Good evening, everybody. Hope you all have had a good week. You know, I've had a pretty decent week. It's been long and tiring, but it's overall been a good week. Just, you know, busy. So Things are going good though. Sorry, I'm just looking at. Something on my phone real quick. So I have a problem here, which is I don't know what exactly I want to do tonight. So what I'm gonna do is make a poll because I can. Start a poll. What to do tonight? Question mark. Oh, let's put in. So the options here, the options that I have available for tonight are finish, weathering, Conrail, XPC, boxcar. We've got weather, light, weathering on passenger car, which is that one. We've got finish building kit. And we've got look at working on trucks. Start poll. So I can pop that up for everyone to have available to y'all. Because I don't really know what I want to do tonight. Just kind of, I don't know. I've been busy and haven't really been thinking about what I wanted to do on stream tonight. So, but yeah. So this passenger car, we'll just talk about some of the stuff here. So this passenger car is lettered for the Milwaukee Racing and Troy, which is the Model Railroader Magazine's in-house railroad. It's their freelance road for MRR Mag. So I got this because I thought it'd be fun to run as part of my Rainbow Era Amtrak trains. So that's why I've got that. So that's going to get some light weathering. I already kind of started it. You can kind of see on the undercarriage here. It's got a little bit of dirtiness, rustiness, but I want to do a little more. And I want to get some up onto the actual sides of the cars. I want to do some work on the car ends, so on. But just a light coat of weathering. Because at the end of the day, it's still a passenger car even in that era. They got dirty, but it's still a passenger car. They still were kept relatively clean. We've got the Conrail boxcar, which has been a whip for probably almost a month now. Oh goodness, excuse me. But we have to do the car ends and the roof. As you can see there, the roof is still a nice seafoam green or whatever they call it. So I could always work on that, get that wrapped up. This is going to be a short stream tonight, by the way. I'll probably only go for until about 10:30 or so, because I'm kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I'm so tired, really, but I am. Just clean up the workspace a little bit here while I'm chatting with you all. The other options, of course, are finishing this building kit. This is the Walther's Central Gas Supply Kit, which is going to be the propane dealer for my layout. So I've got the main building mostly done. I can't finish the main building tonight. Because I need to figure out what I'm doing for the interior. But I can finish... I can paint the roof pieces. I can assemble all the ancillary structures and things and figure out how I'm going to fit those on the layout. So on and so forth. So I can do some work on that. And then the last thing here... Oh, excuse me. You can see I'm kind of sleepy. Last thing here is I've got some of these trucks here that I've been given, or I bought this one and I've been given these. But these are these are resin cast tank trucks, and we got the cast metal wheels, and then we've got a cast metal, die cast tank truck, which has a shorter tank. That's the oops, this way. Here we go. That's the shorter tank truck. So I can look into what is required to do that. I haven't looked into these yet. They look very, very good, actually. They look very nice, especially these resin casts. I haven't really taken out and looked at them, but obviously there's still a bunch of flashing that I'd need to clean up and stuff like that. And I have to figure out if I want them to be painted, and I gotta prime them and stuff like that. But I think, well, here. You know what? Let's take a look at these trucks. Let's see what. Okay, so painting and decaling and then assembly. So it says to paint the body if I want to paint it. Then paint the wheels, file, test. Okay, so that may not be the best for tonight. I don't know. That seems like a lot that's not super camera-able. Or super viewable on camera. Well, I could work on cleaning up the flashing and getting them prepped. Whereas this one, what's the deal with this one? Clean off all the flashing with the X-Acto and file. Wash castings with soap and water. Rinse thoroughly. Glue them. And then paint. Okay, got it. Oh, 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Just had to answer a quick question for my family real quick. Sorry, lots of things going on. My family. I was not looking at my phone, and they're trying to text me, and then. Anyways, it's besides the point. I think I might just make an executive decision here and decide to go with. You know what? Let's build a kit. Let's build the kit. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build the kit. I've just decided I'm just gonna go with it. Cause it's something simple. I can put together these little buildings and paint the roofs and things. So I'm gonna end up whole. I've made my decision. There's no votes, but that's okay. It seems to be a sleepy night for everyone, including me. So That is a-okay for me. I don't I don't mind. Hey, how you doing, Eddie? Yeah, sleepy, rainy Monday indeed. Oh man. Alright, let me get all this other stuff out of here. Let me get the kit parts in here. Oh, I'm trying to get this. I think I'm gonna go with the building here. I'm gonna try and get this building finished in time to bring it with me as part of the and all the pieces as part of the layout on Saturday. I think that's the plan, is to have it all done, quote unquote, by Saturday. So I think I'm gonna paint the roof silver. I'm gonna paint all these roofs silver. Oh man. Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. I am a sleepy mess. But anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get this kit done so I can bring it with me on Saturday. I've definitely confirmed now that the problem with my NCE system is 100% the board, so I'm going to have to look into getting a new one of those, or look into the Wi-Fi board that Nick was sharing, because that actually seems very interesting and useful, that Wi-Fi equipped NCE board. Yeah, at the very least, I will have the, at the very least, I'll have the sales house, the tank, and a couple of these ancillary buildings. But yeah, I've confirmed. I brought my the way I confirmed is I brought my power cab with me to the. I had to drop back off the multimeter that I borrowed from the club, and I brought it back. When I brought it back, I just grabbed my power cab and brought it and plugged it into the layout there, because they got an NCE layout, and boom, it lit right up. So confirmed it's and when I used the multimeter, it was getting power out of the wall wart. So I've confirmed that it's the board. So I'm gonna have to look into figuring that out now. But anyways, okay. So what do I have here? Oh, that's a brick. Okay. Well, that's going to be a process. That's going to be a little bit of a painting process. So I'll get to work on that. All right, well. All right, let me grab my silver paint. Which I think is over. Well, is it down here with these paints, or is it? Let me check. I'm also in the midst of cleaning my room and my space and everything, so things are kind of a mess. Just a little bit. But, so it's definitely not down there. Okay. Alright, let me run and find my silver paint and get some red paint as well for these bricks. It's red and black and white paints. Oh, there's black. So at least I got that. Let me go grab my paints real quick. And we can get started on this. On actually working on this here. So let me do that. Okay. Hey, Adam. Welcome in. Don't worry about it. It's a sleepy, rainy Monday, or at least rainy here on the East Coast. There, for all I know, it could be snowing. But I'm. It's just today's a day, you know. It's a sleepy day for me, so. But glad to have you here. I wish you luck on getting those hex modules ready. I'm sure you'll get there. It's just a matter of, you know, locking yourself down and getting into it. I don't know where on earth my silver paint went. It's driving me crazy. So I decided I'm gonna snow for the show. Gotcha. Yeah, you just never know out there in the mountains. Is it down here with my other paints? Maybe it is down here with my other paints. Oh man. Oh, cannot. Oh, there it is. Fell out of the paint bin. Got it. Okay. Thank goodness. Oh man. All right. Oh, yeah. Today's a day. It's definitely one of them days. One of those there days. So, but now we got everything. We've got white paint, black paint, red paint. That's for the brick. Silver paint for the roofs. Do metal roofing. So okay, cool. But yeah, so I decided I wanted to work on the structure kit tonight. My camera appears to have stopped updating, so that's interesting. Let me fix that. Why did that happen? Try turning it off and on again. Hey, now it's updated. Oh, nice, Adam. Good to hear. Yeah, I'm having issues with my NCE system. I don't need a new power supply. I checked my power supply. It's not that. I checked my cab. It's not that. It's the board. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that, because all NCE boards are, like the PCP boards are out of stock. So I gotta look into when they're gonna be back in stock, or looking into an alternative. But I'm glad it's not the power supply that wound up breaking. I'm kind of glad it's not my power supply that wound up breaking. Because the power supply is brand new. Or not brand new. I got it like 4 or 5 months ago. So it should be fine, you know. But it's one of those things where the flip side of that is, if it was just the power supply, that's a very easy thing to find and replace. So, alright, let's get some silver paint into my palette. And I think I'm going to add just the barest touch of black to it. Ah, that's too much black, I think. That's the brush I was looking for. Yeah, all my stuff is totally discombobulated and everything from I decided to clean up, which is great, because it means that all my room and my workspace and everything is now starting to get a lot more organized. But in the meantime, everything is everywhere, so it's crazy. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah. Eddie is gonna be doing some DCC EX stuff. Yeah. There we go. Eddie's gonna be potentially loaning me some DCC EX stuff for our model train people meetup on Saturday in New Jersey. But we shall see. If not, then you know what? If not, I can always bring my DC power pack, and it's just a DC only layout, and then that'll make Jeff happy. But yeah, DCC EX is so cool, and I think if I were getting into the hobby today, I would probably, well, I would either look at doing that, or I would still be using NCE, because I really do appreciate NCE. Just a little bit. I don't know. I found this is a new music stream for me. The video froze again. Why is my video keep freezing? I'm over here painting and mixing paints and stuff, and you guys can't see a thing. Oh man. Where's this camera? Deactivate. Reactivate. It is giving that just a little bit though, Eddie. You are correct. Alright, I'm just gonna leave that panel up on my screen, that way I can turn it off and on again. Yeah. It seems super it seems super nice because it's a lot cheaper than traditional DCC systems, and then all you need is any Android device. But given the fact that I have a NCE system that I didn't even have to buy. My parents got it for me for, I think it was Christmas one year. Either Christmas or my birthday one year. So I've just been sticking with that for the past probably 8 or 9 years. And it works great. I really like the NCE UI. You know, the user interface of using a power cab is very nice for me. So, but when I was running on the T-Track layout at the last meetup I was at, Eddie, I did also think that the Android interface for DCC EX was not bad at all. I just don't have one, so I'm not super familiar with it, but I didn't think it was bad at all. So yeah, it seems super like not user oriented. What am I saying? It seems super like a super user driven sort of thing. DCC EX, where you can build it from just a Raspberry Pi board, or you can go in and get a pre-made one, but then you could also 3D print your own case. Or it seems very like user adjustable, I guess, is the best way to word it, which is super neat. There we go. Alright, so that we'll leave that as the first coat. And I just realized I don't have any water for my paint. Well, I guess I'll be using alcohol to clean my brushes, to rinse my brushes tonight. Isopropyl alcohol. Yeah, my desk space is a mess. Yeah, it seems like that, yeah. But yeah, I like the concept of DCC EX, and I there's a very definite possibility that if I was getting into the hobby today, I might go with it. When I was getting into the hobby You know, 10 years ago, that wasn't even like a thought for most people. For it to be like just this available thing that you can just set up your own TCC system. But now that's a possibility, and I think that's super awesome. It brings, you know, makes the hobby more accessible and more personalized, not personalizable, but more personalized and easier to work through as an individual, which is cool. Okay. So we're going to put that out of the way while that's drying. And I'm going to get some red. And we're going to paint these bricks red. And then we're going to dry brush on some black and some white. You could see that, right? Okay. Oh my gosh, that looks like a neon red on stream. Holy cow. I promise it's not that bright in person. But wow, that really looks like it's... It looks like it's like a neon color. That is crazy. Wonder if I... Yeah, you can kind of see it's a duller red than it's appearing on camera, I promise. Looking forward to the model train people meetup this weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good to see people. Hopefully see some new faces. You know, face to face. Get to know some of the people behind the screen names. I'll be looking forward to that. This weekend in general is going to be fun. Because I got the model train people meetup. And then I've also got my younger brother's show. He's doing Mary Poppins with his high school. So that'll be fun to, it'll be fun to see. And I can't say much, but I know that, because we decided we're not going to say much for a while, but there is some exciting stuff coming down the pike outside, you know, in... How do I say this without spoiling anything? Let me just keep it as... There's some exciting prospects on the future for, like, collaboration and things like that. So that's where I'll leave it at for now. And you'll probably know more in a few weeks, in maybe a month or so. But I'm very excited for it. And it's working with some cool people, so... Alright, where's the base to this piece? Does this piece have a base? This ancillary building. This ancillary building does not have a base. Okay. Got it. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry. While I let that dry, I will cut out this small pump house. This is a pump house, or this is the... What is this building? That's the distribution house, okay. So we'll assemble the distribution house minus the roof. Get that all glued together, nice and neat. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on my layout a lot this week. That's going to be my main focus. I have some ground throws to install to hopefully make layout operations a little nicer. I got some of the Caboose Industries power routing ground throws. Whoa, lightning outside. Thunderstorm. First thunderstorm of the year. Awesome. I do love a good thunderstorm. I love watching a good thunderstorm. I've always been a sucker for weather phenomena. Alright, so we'll let all that dry. Let all that dry. Where did my X-Acto handle go? Here it is. I'm gonna get a fresh blade on this X-Acto. This X-Acto apparently needs a good washing because it is very sticky. I wonder if I just dip it in the alcohol. That'll be good. Make sure. Okay, good. Just making sure the camera's still alive because it keeps dropping out on me for some reason. Okay. But enough about me. How are you people out there all doing tonight? How was everyone's weekend? Hopefully good. I had a pretty decent weekend. Okay, and then I need my X-Acto pouch, because I thought I put the blades in the pouch. Did I just leave them out in their little case that they come in? Maybe. Nice. Yeah, that's a nice looking piece of equipment you got. You should absolutely be enjoying playing with that new toy. Where did I put my exact? This is the problem with cleaning up. Once you start cleaning up, but if you start cleaning up and you don't finish cleaning up, things are just everywhere. So I can't figure out where I put anything. Oh man, where did my X-Acto case go? It has, oh, there it is. It fell down. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't even put the blades in here, so I don't know where my blade container went. It has all my fresh new nice blades that I just got. I could open a new container of them, but I don't really want to because I just opened. I only took one blade out of that container. What a night. What a night. It's just one of those evenings, I guess. Nothing is where it should be. Everything is everywhere. Big flash of lightning. The thunder. All right. I think I might just open a new one of these blade blisters because I don't know where this blade blister went. I'll find it. I guarantee I'll find it as soon as stream's over. Open it up. Opening it up, I go. Alright. Oh, come on. Carefully open the blister. Take out one fresh blade. Put the rest of these blades away in the container where they belong, so I don't have to open another fresh thing of blades. For crying out loud. Zip that up, put it where it belongs. On my pegboard. Now, insert the blade into the handle. And there we go. Now we have a functional X-Acto. Alright, let's cut this piece out. Or these pieces out, rather. Oh, boy, it's already 10 o'clock. I don't think I'm going to stream for much longer tonight. I'll probably wrap up around 10:30 Eastern, 10:40 Eastern. I am just wiped for no reason. There we go. All of those pieces cut out. Put this out of the way. A lot of that stuff is for once it's mounted to the layout. Carefully and safely. Trim that down, get that nice and clean, the same with the bottom. There we go. Here we go. Well, there's two pieces. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get a good night's rest tonight. It was really nice during the day, though. It was rainy this morning, and then during the day it was beautiful. It was about 72 degrees. Oh man, I had a nice. I like I said, after work I went to the club to drop off that multimeter and test my power cab. Oh man, it was beautiful as I was driving. I rolled down those windows. Oh, it was awesome. And then the rain came back in, and now tomorrow it's going to be in the 40s again. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and run. Oh, before I start gluing things, let me look at the directions here. Figure out what attaches to what. Those fell down too. There we go. Okay, so we get the door wall. These. And then the rear wall. Okay, got it. Good. Okay. So sometimes you just gotta stupid proof it, you know? You just gotta stupid proof it. I'm gonna real quick grab this little thing that the glue bottle came with to make sure that the nozzle is clear. There we go. Okay. Flip that over. Glue. those. Quickly run down that side and glue that. And now real quick, glue there, there. There we go. Get everything plumb and square. There we go. All right, we've got a what was this, distribution house? Is that what this building is? Yeah, distribution house. Right, is this paint dry? Yes, it is. Awesome. Very nice. I was half expecting it to still be wet, but I'm glad that it's dry because that means I can cut the roof off. Of this here sprue. Cleaning around the edges to make sure I've cleaned off all the flashing and the stuff from the sprue. Go. Alright, so actually, now that I'm looking at this, what I'm going to do is quickly grab it like that. I'm going to take a small brush with some of this paint, and I realized I need to get the sides of this. Ah, no, no, no. Because the sides show proud of the walls with how this gets assembled. So I'm going to try and assemble this, finish painting the brick wall. I think I'll probably try and get the little, what's it called, vestibule over the doorway on the sales house together and attached, and then we will be okie day. Alright, let's get this on there. And there we go. We have a distribution house. Ta-da! I'm going to quickly touch up some of this paint. Go to 3 sides touched up and 4 sides touched up. Okay. Distribution house complete. Alright. Let me clean off this brush here. And then I'm going to start dry brushing some black and some white onto this this sheet of bricks here. We got something done tonight, so that's a good sign. I'm not completely inept with through tiredness. All right. All right, let me get some black on my brush. Wipe most of it off. I brush it over these bricks. Whoa, big lightning flash. Right. Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking like some brick. And then I gotta add the highlights with the white after the fact. I like that. That's good. Wash this. Actually, not even gonna wash the brush. I'm gonna get a different brush. I've got one here somewhere. That will work for this. I know I do. Just bury it in amongst all my other random crap that's everywhere right now. There it is. That's what I want. That will do. Okay. Black put away. Let me get some white out. Not white out, white paint. I wonder if I... There, now you can see a little better what's actually the brick looks like. Nope, too much white still. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Too much still. Off. There we go. Do have some water here. Awesome. All right. Where can what can I use as a receptacle for the water? I guess I can clean out this. There we go. Let's get some water in this. I actually don't know how long this water's been here. I probably shouldn't be using this. You know, I'm not going to use this water. I don't trust it. I'm just going to cook it some fresh water. I don't remember how long I've had that bottle of water in here. So let me get rid of that. Let me refresh. I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm back with fresh water in the well now. So I don't gotta worry about it. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is use one of my finer brushes which I literally just saw it here. Where did I put it? Did I move it over here? Yes, I did. It's right here. Right, I'm going to take a big old glob of white paint, mix it with the water here. And now what I'm going to do is just go like this. And now we have some mortared brick. It's just that simple. Capillary action is amazing. Okay, and now once this is done, I have to let this dry. Oh, that looks great. That looks like brick. Yeah, let me see if I can. So let me clear this out of the way. See if I bring this up close to the camera, if you can actually get a better read on what's going on here. Ugh, you really can't. I really can't get the camera to see this. I can't. I just can't get it to happen. I really want it to just focus, but it won't. It won't listen to me. Focus, damn you. Let's see if I put this behind it. Well, you can kind of see it. I got basically just watered down white paint and just kind of touched the edges, and the capillary action pulled it all the way around, and now it looks like mortar. Maybe once I have it cut out and assembled, I'll be able to hold it up to the camera and you'll be able to see it better. But in the meantime, what did I say I was going to do? I think I said I was going to work on getting the... Yes, I said I was going to work on getting the little awning above the front door to the sales house here done. Which I think that was on this sprue? No, apparently not on this sprue. Is it on that sprue? Yes, it is on this sprue. Okay. Or at least the awning itself is. What color should I make the awning? Red, because that's the color of the star gas, I think. So we're gonna go with that. And then what are the what number are the 37? Okay, 37 for the supports. Are these 37? No, those are 27. Where's 37? 37 on that sprue. Okay. Got it. All right. Let's get to trimming. Snip, snip. Let's cut the roof out of the sprue. Now I put the roofs back away. Let's cut this. Oops. Carefully clean up this here awning. That goes on just like that. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna paint this red. Sounds good, Eddie. Thanks for tuning in, man. You will hopefully see the results of this on Saturday at the meetup. So thanks for tuning in. Have a good night, and see you around. I'm probably gonna wrap this up after I finish this up as well. So not gonna miss too much. Oh, I already got this poured out. All right. Oh, this is going to need several coats. So that's great. I don't know if this will actually be done tonight. I'm going to focus on getting the top painted. Right, so that's probably good enough. Print of the garage for the house you're trying to get printed just... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. The tunnel's coming along good, though. It's cool to see that progressing in Heath's server. Cool to see you working on that hex track stuff. Alright, we'll let that dry for now. It's the first coat. Should have done white, but it's fine. Okay. Do we think this is dried? It looks dried enough. Alright, so we'll jump back to the brick pump house. We'll get all the pieces for this cut out and assembled, and then I think I might call it a night there. Oh, that's good at least, yeah. Dude, that must be awful if you get like a good ways in and then all of a sudden it fails. Oh man, I can't imagine how frustrating that would be. I've done very little 3D printing in my life, so I have minimal experience with it, but yeah, that must be awful. Glad to hear that that's not the case for you tonight. Oh boy. Alright, so there's those. And we've got goes on. Just working on getting this a nice, clean pad. No. Damn it. Trying to get as much of the markings from the sprue off as I can. There we go. That'll do. Ideally, I'd also paint this, but I don't really feel like doing that. I would paint this a lighter gray so it looks more like concrete. That's okay, it's just a dark concrete. Get paint off of here. Let's get another coat of red on this awning. Did I put that brush? Is this it? No. 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 That's it. Oh man, where am I? Here I am. There we go. Second coat on that. Alright, let's keep cutting out of this. I need the roof. First I need to clean off that. There we go. Roof. 2, 3. And 4 sprues trimmed off. Luckily this one I don't have to worry about getting them super clean when I'm trimming off. I just have to basically get them flush. Because now this gets treatment of silver. Or more, this is actually more of a gunmetal, not a silver. Go. Put that down. Just even out all the brush strokes. There we go. Okay. And now I need the door, which is on this sprue, I believe. Yes. Go. Now get this sprue out of the way, get this sprue out of the way. I don't know why this is even here. There we go. Okay. Now, let's put... Jeez Louise. Well, that stinks. All right, I'm gonna have to clean that up later. clear the way here again. Clear the nozzle. My glue. There we go. And now I can pop this door right on in here. There we go. Oh, that looks great. I'm very happy with how that looks. Alright, and now let's put it onto the base plate. Get glue all the way around this base. Let's put the front wall on. Oh, don't do that. No, no, no. Go. Let's put these side walls on. Oh, I didn't. Oh, no. I didn't ever trim that. These other walls. I only ever trimmed the front wall. Well, dang it. Let me get that done now quickly. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. All right. And I just put glue on the wrong side of the building. Oh my gosh. Or up the wall, rather. There we go. Alright, let me trim this one and get this one attached. This back wall. Go. Alright, and now we get this. Oh my gosh, am I working? Okay, no, I'm not working off camera. I really thought I was working off camera for a minute there and I was really upset, but there we go. Alright, and now we've got the final wall. There we go. And now let's get the roof on. Two sides of the roof. Three of the roof. And there's the fourth, all glued up. Over and get that right on there. Now let's see if I bring this up close. Will it actually show better? Oh, you can kind of see it. Don't worry about it, Sean. I'm honestly not going to be gone for too much longer here myself. But, that looks good. I'm quite happy with that. There's a little pump house for my, propane dealer. That's going to be on, my layout. Let's put another coat of paint on this. Awning roof. There we go. All right. Honestly, that might be good enough for tonight. Let me... You know what? Here's what I'll do to wrap up for the night. I'm going to cut out and glue together, excuse me, the roof of this sales house. So that I at least have it there. Nice, Adam. Trim off these sprue connection points. There we go. Good. Other one. Very chill music. I'm very happy that I found this. I was looking for a different music for tonight, and I found this royalty-free jazz, and I was like, sign me up. So that's what that's gonna look like. So let me I want to quickly just clean the back of my blade here. Clean the paint off of the gluing surface. That side's good already. Now I'm going to apply some cement to that surface there. And this surface here. go. I'm trying to get this roof glued together without permanently attaching it to the building yet, because I do want to get back inside, and I want to get in there and add an interior to this building. That way when I light it up, it's actually got a nice little interior and stuff. But I have to do some research into what that would look like. I've never been inside of a sales house for a propane distributor. So I'm going to have to do some research and some figuring out of what that looks like, and if I'm going to model it or just get some pictures cut out and attached to cardstock, or what I'm going to do. There's that. This is slowly getting there, this awning roof. I'm going to do a couple more coats. All right. Desk and file cabinets. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's kind of what I was figuring would be the case, but that's good to have confirmation. Now the question is, am I going to model that? Am I going to... Well, the desk I'll probably model. The file cabinets, am I going to whip out my styrene and make some little rectangles and pop them in there and populate that? I might. I really might, because it's really not that difficult. The hard part is going to be getting the floor in, because this kit has provisions to light it, which means that the whole underside is just empty. So that's what the inside of the kit looks like. 3D print. Now that would be great. Sean, if I would just, was listening to you and had gotten a 3D printer already. Not. 3D printing actually would be a great, a really good way to get those file cabinets. But I do not have a printer yet. I don't have a printer yet, because I don't have the space to devote to one. I don't have the space for what I have as it is. But it is absolutely a great tool, as you and Adam and so many people have been pointing out to me as of late. So yeah, you've got the full gamut of tools at your disposal there, Adam. That's awesome. I want to try and finish up tonight by getting this awning roof on the front of the building there. So the interesting thing that I want to do with this is, so obviously, the way this building is laid out, you've got two halves of the building. You've got a sales office, and you've got a garage with that you could back a truck into and fill it up, put some tanks on it and stuff like that. So I actually want to put up a dividing wall in the middle here, between the office and the garage, and then I just have to light the office space. But I need the dividing wall. That way, when you're looking through all these windows, you don't just see a black wall over here. You see a dividing wall with, you know, some sort of wallpaper or something. So that's the one thing I do have to figure out besides furnishings, is I got to figure out how I'm going to get these walls, these interior walls, to look not like bumpy black surfaces. So honestly, it might even be as simple as just taking a coat of white paint to the whole interior, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, let me get those two legs cut out. Those are 37s. 2 times 37. That's what I need. These are going to be rather tough to get to stand up nice and straight because there's no receptacles for them on either the... am I frozen? Okay, no. I'm just out of frame. That's what's happening. So there are no receptacles for these stanchions to hold up the awning here. Either on the base or on the... roof. So it's going to be an interesting battle to get these to stand up straight. Even if I had a 1, 2, 3 set of 1, 2, 3 blocks available to me right now, I don't even think that would help because these are just so tiny. I think it's just going to be fiddle time. Go get those nice and flush. Okay. Put a dot of glue in each of those corners. Let me pull the camera over here so you can actually see what I'm doing, maybe. That right along there. Lots of little fiddling going on here. And there we go. There is our sales house. It's gonna bother me that it's not straight up and down. That's good. That's good. There we have it. So there is our sales house, our distribution house, and our pump house. All ready to add to the layout. Good to go. So I'd say that's a successful night. Completing those buildings. Now I just gotta, excuse me. All I have left to do now is basically I've got a whole bunch of little detail parts that I can add on, but I've got to finish. I gotta assemble the other tank, fix up the first tank that I built, clean up the seams and such, get them arrayed on the layout the way I want them. I might actually cut the tanks in half because they might be too long, and I would want them kind of almost diagonal to the track, like 45 degrees to the track. So I might cut them in half, length down to like half of the length, so that they kind of go off of the layout. But we'll see. I have to decide that still. But in any case, I think I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Thanks you guys all for tuning in. Sean, I'm glad you were able to catch at least some of the stream here tonight. Adam, thanks for hanging out and working with me and chatting and everything. I know Eddie's gone, but it's always good to have Eddie in the chat. And yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed hanging out with me tonight. I'm gonna go get some rest because I'm kind of sleepy. But I'd say that was a successful night. So good stream. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a great night, everyone, and I will see you all on the next track.